Hi everyone, it's Splasky P from Melbourne, Australia. Let me tell you, coming in from Virginia in USA, we got Stephen Jones. And let me tell you, this guy's a fabulous artist. And the great thing is he's a Monkeys fan. Look at all the Monkey memorabilia he's got behind there. It's fantastic. When did you start being a Monkeys fan?
A Monkeys fan. Wow. Very, very, very young on my childhood. The Monkeys were the first concert I ever saw. That was in 2001. That was a Three Keys tour. Nesmith wasn't there. And I just couldn't believe it. I said, though, and, because they're older. You look at them when they're in their 20s, and then you see them on stage. And I think Mickey had a ponytail. And I was like, huh? But it was so cool. I mean, I got into the Monkeys after I got into the Beatles. And I just think, this just popped into my head. The Monkeys are not the Beatles. I hate it when people compare them to the Beatles. They are not the Beatles. Don't go into the Monkeys thinking it's the Beatles. No.
Yeah, but I've said that all along. And you've got to understand, as a first generation fan, when I saw the show in July 1967 on black and white TV in Melbourne, I've always said that. People have to understand. What band looks like the Beatles? They do not. What band wears a green hat for the guitarist Nez? What band has someone from Manchester, right, as the front man there? What band doesn't sound like them and has got this American pop sound with the greatest musicians even behind them before they did Headquarters? And what band had their own TV show? It's
None.
So in front of the curve. They are the greatest entertainers of all time, and make no mistake, nobody could do a TV show, record at night, go and do concerts all over the world, right, and become so huge and have 4 #1 albums and how many singles in a row. They don't compare with the Beatles. And I don't know if you know this, right, but they were nominated for 2 Grammy Awards for 2 songs in 66 and 67. No one knows that. Look it up. That's how great they are. And there's no comparison between them. I love the Monkeys and I also love the Beatles. Anyway, let's get into your fabulous artwork. Show everybody your artwork there's Stephen.
So this is actually, so it's very timely, but this artwork is from a couple years ago. Revolver, I have it up there. The new Revolver just came out, the new remix, which is incredible. And the cover artwork,
I just want to say that's a new Mojo magazine, just came out now. Just bought it an hour ago before the interview. Look at that.
There's the artwork.
How great's that?
So
okay, show us what you got.
Klaus Vormann, who is the cover artist, and I love that cover. It's so cool. And here's artwork I did for the 50th anniversary of Revolver.
It's great.
And it was kind of a tribute. Oh, we're going all over the place. It's kind of a tribute to his style. But the thing is, that style that Klaus did on this cover is a tribute to an artist called Aubrey Beardsley. And so Aubrey Beardsley did this very stark, graphic kind of like it's in the hair. I love the texture of the hair on that.
Exactly.
So that's very fun for me to do. It just is fun. But yeah, that's and it's their iconic, it's their trademark. It's the mop top, right?
Exactly. Now I've got to show you that came free in the magazine.
Yeah, it's from the Michael Lindsay Hogg, the paperback writer video. There you go.
All right, let's move on. Let's keep the art coming.
All right, may as well. Well, since we're on the Beatles, so here's like kind of a movie poster I did for Help.
Oh, that's great. I love the colors.
Yeah. And Help is very important to me in my admiring of the Beatles, because that's when I first heard of the Beatles. And I remember it. I think I remember the moment. I was very young. It's the beginning of Help. If you haven't seen it, see it. But the beginning, it's a Beatles movie. What do you expect at the beginning of a Beatles movie? Well, the last thing you'd expect is a woman about to get sacrificed to a god, and then it goes Help, and you see Ringo's ring, which is in the background, and it's such a cool movie. And I tried to make it look like an action movie because it is an action movie.
Yeah, of course. And it's also it's inspired by the 007 movies too. Just bring up the faces. I love the faces of the Beatles right there. Just move across, stop. Oh, to me, that's great. All right, let's keep showing the art.
All right. So Monkeys we brought up. Here's I found them actually. The individual, the 4 monkeys. artwork. These are very small pieces.
All right,
These are
show each one because I've actually seen them on the net. They're fantastic. Okay, bring them up to the camera in the middle and the center.
Roland.
Look at that. Have you given that to Mickey?
Absolutely, yes. There's a picture of me on, well, it's on all my social media, of me with Mickey, and I gave it to him. And then Peter, I also gave him the artwork.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, that's so lifelike. He must have they must have been amazed when you gave him the artwork.
Yeah, his wife loved it too. I believe her name is Pam.
That's
And
it.
he was Peter's just like he is on the show. I mean, he's all, he's supposed to be the dummy, but he's not. But he's
Of course.
that playful, and here's Davey.
Yeah, look at that. Show that. That's great too.
Davey
Did you
Jones.
give
And
it
then we
to
got-
him?
No, I never met
Okay.
Davey or Mike. I have their autographs over there, but there's Mike.
That's great too. I love it.
Yeah. Kind
For
of
anybody who's aspiring to do artwork, as I said, get your ideas from everybody. Okay, let's keep it moving.
All right. What do we got here?
I'm
Let's see,
loving
let's
your
do-
art.
Yeah, thank you. Let's do something a bit. Well, it's Christmas, isn't it?
Yeah,
And
that's
this just
right.
happened to be at the top. So we got Clark Griswold. I don't know if is that big in Australia, the movie Christmas Vacation.
Yeah, they all are. And the Griswolds, when they go traveling, what's that one, that movie? I've forgotten the name.
Vacation. This is
That's
from
it.
Christmas Vacation.
But let me tell you something. When my wife and I go out overseas, right, it's
Yeah.
like the Griswolds when we go on holiday. It's crazy.
There you go. There you go. Something to relate to. So let's see what we got here. Got a lot of stuff. Here's here's something a bit you guys should know it. I want to hold your hand. Nancy
Yeah, that's
Allen.
great.
Nancy
Oh.
Allen, she's I guess I was actually going to give this to her, but I never got the chance to meet her. One day I'll meet her.
I'm
but,
sure.
Yeah, she's Pam. I also met Eddie Deason from the movie,
Right.
who's he's a real Beatles fan in real life. Yeah, he's basically that character. Yeah, so I was actually just watching one of your videos. It had what's her name? One of the
Yeah, that's right. One of the actors there.
Christine DeBelle.
That's it. She's great. We love her.
Yeah, here's one. I'll bring this one up. Another
Oh,
one of
that's-
the Beatles.
That's really good.
Yeah, the lighting's not doing it too well, but that's from my favorite photo shoot of theirs. It was at Sheriff Studios in 1965. I believe it's Robert Whitaker.
Yeah, that's it.
People like it. I don't know if it's one of my favorites. I like the Help one better, but actually, you know what? I got to bring this up. So the Beatles actually did do artwork. I don't know if people know
yeah,
that.
I know.
It-
I know.
You
They
know,
were
people
in,
you would.
they were in
in-
Japan and they did this giant picture in the hotel room.
Images of a lady.
That's it.
And for those of you watching who have never seen it, well, the picture's out there, but the first glimpse people got of it was on the back of the Oldies compilation album. And you can see
Yeah,
him
that's
working
right.
on it.
Exactly.
I don't know if you're in the US, where I am, that was never released in the US. So,
Yeah, but I got to say something. That's the one that they got the guy in cartoon form, right? Like colored form. He's sitting there, and then they got the car driving into his head. There's a little car.
yeah.
And also, I want to say, I don't know if you've seen this, right? But I interviewed Whitaker's son. You got to see that interview. If you haven't seen it, I'll send it to you. And he goes through all the photos
Oh, really? No.
of his
I didn't-
dad, Robert Whitaker. Yeah.
Yeah. Absolutely. Robert Whitaker. Yeah, he's pretty cool. Let me take a look in my I'm trying to get more music stuff in here.
No, that's all right. Just show the best you got.
There you go. Oh, here's one. This one, I did this in high school. This is
That
so
doesn't
old,
matter. You got to start
Um,
somewhere.
but I think it's funny. It's obviously the Monkees, and Davey has been replaced with, Roddy McDowell, right?
Of course.
There you go. They're looking for a replacement. I mean, Davey couldn't be replaced, but still, you
I
got the
understand.
monkey, right? You got the Monkees. I forget who did the Monkees logo, the guitar logo.
Yeah, I've forgotten who did it. He did
I
3,
can't remember
4.
his name too.
Yeah, it's
Here's
on the
Pink
net.
Floyd.
It's on the net.
Yeah. Oh, we're losing it. But there's Pink Floyd. You guys saw.
That's great.
Obviously, Dark Side of the Moon. I mean, that's like everybody's favorite. it's one. I mean, it's considered one of the greatest rock albums, obviously. With that prism on the cover, that's a very striking design. That's 70s, but it usually gets grouped in with 60s music. Now here's something a bit more. Are you a Frank Zappa fan?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. Okay. Well, this isn't directly Frank Zappa, but it's Flo and Eddie,
Yep,
Howard Kaylan, and Mark Volman, right, of the Turtles.
exactly.
They would later, yeah, and they would later go on to be in the Mothers of Invention.
Yep, but also got to say, I'm fortunate that I just did an interview with Charles Rosenay, right? And we just interviewed Howard Kaylan, and that interview is really rare, and it was done recently, so that's really great.
And then actually, you know what? Howard Kaylan co-wrote. I got to bring this up too. Howard Kaylan co-wrote my favorite Christmas song, and it's the Monkees. "Christmas Is My Time of Year."
I didn't know that. I didn't know that.
You didn't know that? The Monkees? Well, you know the Monkees.
I didn't
song,
know
right?
that. Yeah, I know the song, but I didn't know Kaylan co-wrote it.
Yeah, I think with Chip Douglas. Yeah,
Oh, that's great.
that's a very underrated Christmas song. Here's Heart, Ann and Nancy Wilson.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah. Are they big? Yeah, they got to be big in Australia,
No,
right?
they were big with Barracuda.
Yeah. Is that?
You know how big that song was in Australia? Here, they love them.
Yeah.
I got to say that what you've got in the background there, all like monkey stuff, it's fantastic.
Yeah, you like it?
Of course, I've got my own stuff all over the place.
You got like a drug trip, psychedelic thing going on. Here's Joni Mitchell.
Yeah, that's
I'm a big
great.
Joni Mitchell fan. Yeah,
That's great.
There's another one.
What's her biggest song? What's her biggest song in your mind?
Okay, so my favorite song of hers. Well, first of all, I'd say her entire Court and Spark album. First one that comes to mind is "Help Me," but I would say my favorite song from the Court and Spark album. It's a track called "Car on a Hill," and I believe it was about her relationship with Jackson Browne, maybe David Crosby, one of those guys.
Okay.
Yeah, it's on there. All right, let's see. What else do we have here? Oh, I'll bring up, you know what I just saw? I saw, so here, I guess we can make this kind of if I can find it, a Monkees-centric interview.
Why not?
I think that's it. I lost it. But there's the episode, Monkees in a Ghost Town.
Yeah,
right?
one of my favorites.
One of my favorites too. And in that episode is, I can't find it. I just saw it.
He goes, I got a bright idea.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. He's like, and it says, "Stay tuned for Mickey's idea" or something like that.
Yeah,
right?
no, that Peter holds a bulb above his head and it lights up. But you know, my favorite part of that show, the best part is when they're singing to the big man, "Everybody loves my baby," whatever. And then Mike's on the piano. He goes, "Davey, go use the phone. Go use the phone."
Yeah.
So he goes over to the phone and he rings this guy called Chester that's sitting on a chair in a Western town. And he goes, David goes, I need to talk to somebody. I need to talk to Dylan. And he goes,
Yeah.
You need to talk to Bob Dylan so he can write a song about your troubles.
Now, when I saw that episode, what really blew my mind was you had Lon Chaney Jr. in it.
Yeah, that's right.
Right. And here he is with, in the Wolfman makeup. That's actually Glenn Strange as the Frankenstein monster.
Yep.
Now, this is interesting. In Australia, the movie Abbott and Costello Meet Frankenstein.
Of course I do.
That apparently was released in Australia in the 40s with all of the monsters cut out of it.
Why?
I don't know.
I've never heard that before.
I've read that for years. How would you make that movie with cutting all the...
Yeah, but I got to say something. I didn't know what happened in the 40s in Australia because I'm born before the 60s. Anyway, go and continue. That's a great fact.
Maybe you, I don't know, saw that edited version. I'd love to
I never knew that. I watch it on YouTube.
I think it would be, I think it would be pretty boring, actually, as a matter of fact. Let's see, what else do we have here coming up? I actually just saw one, and this is another old one. I haven't, to be honest with you, I haven't looked at these in years.
That's good. You might find something great.
Yeah, there was one in here I saw of, you've seen the documentary, the Wrecking Crew, right?
Yeah, of course.
The Wrecking Crew, and you have in there the great Hal Blaine.
Yeah, of course.
Who played drums on.
He played on everything. He played on the Beach Boys song "Good Vibrations." He played on everything.
I was actually just listening him. He's on the Monkees. A Man Without a Dream. Where is it?
Yeah,
Here it is.
that's a great underrated song, A Man Without a Dream. I love it.
There's
Oh,
Hal.
that's great too.
Yeah, he's such a monster on the drums. And it's
Yeah.
unfortunate that people still to this day don't know those names. And there was a great point. I don't remember who made it, but those studio musicians, people have heard them more than they've heard their favorite artist.
Yep.
Because they play with everybody. You know, Paul McCartney didn't play with an entire decade of music, you know, and those guys like that. So people hear that. And here's another
I've got an interview coming up with one of the Wrecking Crew. I'm not going to say who it is, but it's going to be great.
are you serious?
Relating to the Monkees. Yeah, go on, continue.
Here's another one. Well, this is very kind of outside of my comfort zone as far as style goes. That's Howard Roberts.
Yep.
And Howard Roberts was a guitar player, keeps moving around. He was on a bunch of Monkey songs too. He's on what's that album called? Birds, the Bees, and the Monkeys.
Yep.
He's on that. A lot of his guitar playing is on that. And then let's see what else we have here. Here's a favorite. People love this. It's not music related, but this isn't the original. I have the original frame, Jaws.
Yeah, that's a
People
beauty from the movie. I reckon that's a great post. So just lift up tiny. Look, I'll tell you, the faces, you've just nailed it. Seriously.
Yeah.
Yeah, seriously.
And you
Even
guys,
the shark is scary.
yeah, you guys have great whites in Australia, right?
Of course we do. They'll let you live down here.
Yeah, like the mecca.
You know, in Queensland, we got crocodiles that come out of the water and drag you into the water.
You don't need to see Jaws, right?
I don't need to see anything.
Let's see. So here we got here's a good one. Karen Carpenter.
Oh, that's fantastic. Keep them
That's-
going from the book there. That's great. Charcoals, yeah.
That's Pencil. She's one of my favorite. I mean, I'm pretty sure everybody, you know, will go nuts for Karen Carpenter. I mean, how could you not like Karen Carpenter's voice? Oh, here's here's Zappa. Frank Zappa, and he's more of a caricature one, and he's holding a rat in his hand.
Good.
I don't know if you're aware of the Hot Rats album. It's a non-Mothers of Invention.
His face
album,
is
but
amazing there.
that might be the only compliment Frank Zappa's face has ever gotten.
No, but you know what you can do? You can scan his face and take away the body, and the face is unbelievable.
Yeah, well, thank you very much. And then we got you know, I got to bring this up because people go nuts. I'm looking at one right now, but I might try and find a better one. I'll pull it out. But people go nuts over my there's another Karen Carpenter one. My Audrey Hepburn work.
Oh, that's great.
That's like the one thing I'm known for. Everybody always points that out.
Sure.
And I never would have thought that I would be known for Audrey Hepburn. I mean, she's one of my favorite actresses, but I never thought people would be fixated on Audrey Hepburn out of all things. But I have a lot of her work too. So, and then of course she did the famous Moon River. Henry Mancini and Johnny Mercer did the lyrics to it. Oh, here's another Joni Mitchell one. This is watercolors. A lot of it's watercolors. That's not the original. The original's frame, but yeah, that's one of my favorites.
Show us the one behind with the Planet of the Apes.
Planet of the Apes one?
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
is
the
that
one
there?
behind that page. It's behind that page. Yeah, that's great.
Yeah,
I like
that's
the
one of
way
my-
you're using like the watercolors. Yeah,
Yeah, that's watercolors in the background. Yeah.
I guessed it.
Yeah, I'm you know, in case people are curious, I'm mixed media.
That's good.
So it's like here's Ringo. Like watercolors, acrylics, and color pencil. And now I'm starting to do digital, so I'm not familiar with it. There's Ringo.
That's a great one.
That's more of his modern. Have you seen Ringo? I've seen Ringo a bunch of times in concert with the All Stars.
Yeah, he's great.
See what here's another one of Lon Chaney Jr. I keep going back to that because I'm just so impressed with
That's great.
how the Monkees were
Yeah, of course.
That's the
Universal Monsters.
yeah. Oh, and you sent me now that it pops up. Oh, wait a minute, hold on. This one is one of my favorites, and a lot of people like it. I don't know if these aired, but you know about them. They aired in Australia, the Beatle tunes.
Of course, but I got to explain. Here in Sydney, right? They helped make the cartoons.
Oh, they did?
Yeah, there's a studio here in Sydney, and at that time they got to make some of the Beatles cartoons here in Australia.
Yeah, it's a very, it's kind of like, for those people who, are watching and they've never seen it, it's kind of like the Monkees in animated form. It's like the same plots and style, and I don't know how revered it is among Beatles fans, but.
Well, I got to say something about the Beatle cartoons, right? King Features, and what happens is they went on to do Yellow Submarine, but when that show was shown, right, in 1964 or 65, right, it got over 51% audience on TV, and that was unheard of for a cartoon at that time. So they were right ahead of the curve. That was the number one cartoon, beat everything.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah. King Features.
Here's I know you sent me your artwork of well, here, say his name so people know.
Bill Crabb, check him out. Bill Crabb, he does Batman and stuff, and he's done me as well. It's great.
There you go, Batman.
Yeah, just hold that for a minute. I'll get my picture. Hang on, just stay there. Right, here's my picture by Bill Crabb. Have a look at the likeness.
Plastic EP.
That's it.
Who else could it be, right?
And that's done in the 60s design, which I love it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's
absolutely.
Look at that. You can't get closer than that, can you?
That's very good. What a medium is that?
I don't know. He's drawn it.
Here's one. So you're aware of, obviously, once again, going back to classic rock, Toto.
Yeah,
right?
Of course.
So we have, that's Jeff Porcaro, who is a great drummer, a great studio musician too. We have his father, Joe Porcaro, who's on a lot of Monkee stuff, a lot of West Coast stuff, Steve Porcaro, and then Mike Porcaro. And they all contributed, especially the brothers, to Toto songs. And they were also very well in demand West Coast studio musicians. They're all over the Michael Jackson Thriller album and stuff like that. Yeah.
Well, Paul McCartney had a song in there too, or two songs on that.
Thriller, yeah, The Girl Is Mine, and I gotta say, now I'm gonna bring it up before you. If you want me to show it to you, I'll show it to you. If you don't want me to, the Butcher cover.
Yeah,
right?
You show it.
Do you want me to show it to you? Okay.
Yeah,
so
Robert Whittaker.
A gross impersonation of it.
Yeah, I get it.
That you might. That has always been one of my favorite covers. I don't know why. There's just something like the way they're smiling and the way it's so great. And I don't know what it is. It's because I'm an artist. We have a sick sense of humor.
That's all right. You got to love some of your artwork. That's a beauty there too. Look at that.
Paul.
That's great.
Yeah. That one I posted on his website. This is from 2013. I posted that on his website and I got a response from his company, MPL.
Yeah, that's right. They were in Soho, London.
Yeah, they liked it. Have you interviewed anybody from there? Any representatives from?
My interviews are now at 870. As I said, I don't want to get into Beatle people because I've done a lot of them. So we'll just don't worry about it. Done a lot of Monkees, Beatles people, everybody.
Yeah, you do that. That very true. Let's see, what else do I have here? Somewhere I have a George Harrison.
Yeah, no worries. I love your camera. It goes in and out. It's fantastic.
I don't know why it's doing that.
Don't worry, no one's got that. It makes the show. I think it's great.
It's very trippy. I don't know why. Well, here's something. Betty Page. So this is if you like 60s artwork.
Yeah, I'm into Betty Page.
Like pop artwork.
That I like. I love pop artwork. If you got any more of that, show us. Have you got Marilyn Monroe?
Plastic. I actually just saw Marilyn Monroe in one of my books. I was just looking at her. I was like, should I show Here it is.
There you go.
Yeah. This is an old.
Have I got ESP or what? Yeah, look at that. That captures her there. I'm serious.
Yeah.
That look is stylized pop. That's really pop art.
You think? Yeah.
Oh yeah, for sure. I
See,
love that color on that.
Always curious to hear what other people say because I never really sit back and think about my style.
No,
so
I'm loving this show. This is great. It's a pleasure having you on the show.
You like Elvis?
Yeah, come on. Bubba was a king. Oh. You know, I do a great Elvis impersonation, don't you?
Do it.
Hey, Bubba, it's the king. You know how many people I've associated with done interviews? Larry Geller, that's the Elvis hairdresser. Also did the Lasky brothers, one of their sons, the store in Memphis where he used to buy all his clothes. Also, I did another interview about the new movie. The company provided 10 of the jumpsuits for the new Elvis movie.
Now, those jumpsuits, I believe, are called nudie suits, right?
No, they're not all nudie. This guy hasn't based it on nudie.
Oh, he hasn't. But you know,
let me
Nesmith,
explain. Nesmith had a nudie suit, the Western one, the country and Western. You got it.
Yeah. Wear that to a job interview. Here's John. Here's another.
Yeah, that's
John.
great too.
Yeah, that's from the rooftop.
Yeah, I like
session.
the watercolors.
Yeah. That was it's always fun to work in watercolors. You know, people just saw recently in theaters the Get Back performance in IMAX. I don't know if it was released in Australia, but it was released in the United States.
Now, Stephen, just show me one more, and I'm going to ask you all the links where people can contact you if they want some artwork commissioned or they want to buy some of your artwork. And you can tell me all the links in a minute. So just pick out one more.
All right, let's see. We're gonna have to make it here. Let's make it I don't know. Let's see what oh, here you go. This one's pretty good. Jimmy Page.
Oh, that's fantastic. That's right up there. Fantastic. Great job. Now, I want you to tell everybody all your links, and if they want to contact you by email or Facebook, whatever, if someone wants some artist commissioned and they say, I want you to do this artist, and you do it, just tell them all your links.
Okay, so Facebook is Stephen Michael Jones Artist, and Stephen is spelled with a PH, P-H-E-N. It always is on all my platforms. And then we have Instagram, which is at Real Stephen Art, so R-E-A-L, Stephen Art. Twitter is at Stephen J Artist. And then I have up and running now a TikTok, which is, I don't know how many of your audience would be on TikTok, but Real Stephen Art 95. So I'm trying to figure out how artists survive on TikTok. So.
Don't worry, I wish you all the best in your career. You're right up there, as I said. If you want anything commissioned or you want anything done, contact Stephen and let him tell you about it. And it's just fantastic having you on the show, Stephen.
Thank you very much. It's been an honor.
Pleasure. See you, everyone.